Hi there and welcome to the channel. Today I'm reviewing Craig Petty's new key release, Gatekeeper. It's a follow-up to his smash hit product with Penguin Magic called Keymaster. To start off with this review, I'm going to do a quick performance of Gatekeeper. Here's a quick performance of Gatekeeper. You take a key and a $50 and bet your audience they can't push the $50 through the key hole. It's similar to Expansion by Dave Loosely. They're unable to do it, but then you teach them. You take that key and you have to actually just pull it down the length of the key. Then you can take the coin and stick it through the keyhole like magic. And then all you have to do is pull it back and then hand it out to your audience. And that key is examinable in all stages of that routine. I hope you all enjoyed that performance of Gatekeeper. If you did, feel free to hit that like button. Also, I wanted to let all magic distributors or creators know if you'd like me to review your product, feel free to contact me at beafanmail@gmail.com. The link is in the description. Also, I do free Magic Monthly giveaways, and all you have to do to be eligible for that is hit that subscribe button. Without further ado, let's get into the review of Gatekeeper. So, what do you get with Gatekeeper? You'll get this small plastic bag. Inside of it, you will get a few things. You'll first get this instructional card where on the back is a link to the p3magic.com website where Craig has a 40-minute tutorial, a whopping 40 minutes, where he does live performances. He goes through multiple handlings for social media and real world. And it's a really great tutorial. He teaches you everything you need to know, leaves no stone unturned. And in addition to the tutorial, you will also get this normal brass colored key, or it's kind of golden. It's the same key that you will get with Keymaster, which was the prequel to this release from Craig Petty. I believe it was a 2022 release. There was a bunch of stuff on it. I highly recommend checking it out. But yes, you'll get this ungimmicked key with a normal hole. This is examinable. In addition to the ungimmicked key, you will get a stretched hole key. This is your gimmick key. There's no moving parts at all, and it is examinable. However, it is very well made. It should last you a lifetime if you take care of it. And the thing is, these keys are uncut, so you can turn them into your normal everyday house keys. In the tutorial, Craig Petty even teaches you how to incorporate Gatekeeper with your regular Keymaster routine if you do have that. You will not receive a coin, but you can provide your own. You typically would want to use a $50 as it is the biggest coin that can fit through the stretched hole, and you don't receive it in your package. You have to provide your own. But you don't have to use a $50. It can be almost any coin. Now, what are the angles like with Gatekeeper? Gatekeeper doesn't have perfect angles. You can't have people directly below you or behind you. However, I'm sure you could get away with it. I have been using this at gigs recently, and I've been able to get away with it, even having a few people behind me and such. Is this examinable? Yes, the key and coin are examinable at every phase of this routine, and that is really great because you can borrow coin, you could use your own coin, and that, I think, adds to the mystery. Now let's talk about the difficulty and practicality of the effect. How difficult is Gatekeeper? Gatekeeper is very easy. I wouldn't say it's for the beginners, but it's about intermediate actually when you're performing it, because there are some basic coin sleights in use. Craig, again, goes through every sleight thoroughly. Like, he leaves no stone unturned. And again, this is very practical because you can turn these keys into your everyday house keys. I've yet to do this, but I plan on doing this with both my Keymaster and Gatekeeper keys, so that I have a reason to carry around these keys. However, I do think having these keys blank is a great premise. Craig also brings this up in the tutorial. If you have a blank house key, you could give it to your spectator and say, what do you find special about the key? And they don't see anything, but then you say it's actually a blank key. Is there any DIY with this? No, there is absolutely no DIY required. And that's really great about that. Pocket space. As I said, it's just 2 keys you need to carry around and a coin. Most people already carry those around, so not much pocket space is required. What is the reset time like? The reset is almost instant, as again, there are no moving parts with this. Now, let's see if the trailer and ad copy are honest. I watched the trailer. The trailer is completely honest. Now for the ad copy. You introduce a brass key and a coin. You then tell your audience that you will give them $100 if they can push the coin through the hole in the key. After the audience tries and realizes it's impossible, the magician offers to show them how. With just a rub, the hole in the key magically stretches 10 times in size to become a coin-sized slot. The magician can then easily drop the coin through the keyhole before shrinking the hole to its normal size. Everything's examinable. Gatekeeper is a completely self-contained effect that uses simple sleight of hand to accomplish this amazing trick. The props are custom made to Craig's exact specifications and are perfect to match the Keymaster set. So your routine possibilities are limitless. Gatekeeper is ready to go out of the box. Unlock astonishments when you perform Gatekeeper by Craig Petty. Short and sweet, honest ad copy in my opinion. There's nothing that's really lying there. It's very transparent. In fact, it even tells you about how it only requires sleight of hand. And it's very transparent that there are no moving parts. This effect, you know what, reminds me to David Loosely's effect. I believe it was called expansion. And it's where you take a hole punch a hole in a card, and then stretch that hole. And it's very visual, but there are moving parts, which is where I didn't like that effect as much. So what do I think of the price of Gatekeeper? It's $25 US. Is that a fair price? Absolutely. Expansion by David Loosely is very similar. And it was, I believe, $35, and the card I don't think was examinable. But with this, everything is examinable. And with Gatekeeper, it's done with a completely solid EDC object, a key. So this is definitely worth, I'd say, $30 or more. Now, let's look at the pros and cons of Gatekeeper. Gatekeeper is very visual. It's a bar bet style effect. It has money involved, which is a great hook and presentation. It's a very good and long tutorial. The ad copy is very transparent about everything you're getting. The keys are examinable. Everything's examinable. You create an impossible object. Unfortunately, you can't give it away, but it's a great impossible object. It's a great price. Great tutorial. And the only con I could think of is that I guess you couldn't have anyone directly behind you or below you, but you could still probably get away with it. Again, I've done this a couple of times at gigs, and it has worked well, even with people on those sides of me. So what percent do I give this? I'm going to have to give Gatekeeper 100%. That's right. I'll be performing this with Keymaster. This has inspired me to get back out my Keymaster set and start performing it and relearning all the moves. Anyhow, that's it for this review. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to hit that subscribe button for more, and maybe share this video with a friend. That's it from me. See you next time, and goodbye.